I'm Tyler Smith, and I play with Requiem for a Dream. I'm the singer. Um, I've been singing now, I guess, since I can remember. From grade school on. I don't really know how I got into it. As a kid, every story that my parents tell me is that I'd sit in the car and sing to the radio, and I'd always be louder than the radio. So I guess that's really how I got into it, and then I just kind of developed it through like singing in choir in elementary school, um, singing in choir in middle school, singing in choir in high school. I did it in college. I ended up being made the top 20 in the tenor section, which is like the highest vocal for guys. Made top 20 for the all state of Missouri. Um, I've grown up here mostly. I moved down here from the St. Louis area from like when I was about 12. Grew up here, so I'm 23 now. Recently just turned 23. I started doing bands just because I really liked the music scene, like as far as listening to other bands, and I really wanted to pursue that. I was already at the top of my choirs and whatnot, like the choirs I was in, so I wanted to try like rock music. I got in when I was about 15. Did my first band. Todd Duckett ended up being part of that. I've been in like 5 or 6 bands, and just recently started Requiem for a Dream. It was Todd and Jake and me and Jeff and Pat. All of us have played together before in another band called Torah, but that was only a couple months too before this one's. It was actually a couple years ago, but I mean that band only lasted a couple months before. There are a few songs that I don't write lyrics for. Jake has come up with, or there are little tidbits that other guys have come up with and be like, I really like this, or they'll hear what I'm doing and be like, hey, do you care if we change a piece here or something? I think that's not just with me, but we do it with everyone too. But yes, for the most part, I write most of the lyrics. I think that's the point of being a good vocalist too. It's not so much, yes, you need to know how to sing very well if you're going to be in a band. However, you also should be a good vocalist or lyricist. I think some of the best bands, not only can they sing, but they have some of the greatest lyrics, lines that either catch you or make you think, and I think that's what's important when being a vocalist. Pretty much how it goes is the guys will play a riff and I just throw something down to it, and normally there isn't many times where they don't like it or I don't like it either, so we usually stick with it and keep it. As a group, usually what happens is someone comes up with the idea. Usually it's Todd or Jake that has an idea of some sort, and everyone just throws their parts to it. I would say it doesn't take very long at all. I would say a day, maybe 2 days, and sometimes it's 30 minutes. It just really depends on how much we're writing and how well we're writing and what's going on with that. We do jam and it does turn out well, but not always does jamming turn out well. Sometimes jamming just turns into exactly that, jamming, and it can throw us off target. It kind of can be a waste of time for us. I'm not saying it doesn't work for other bands, but usually what happens is Todd will have an idea, or Jake, or even Pat has had some ideas, or myself, and one of us will bring it and we'll be like, hey, we kind of have a verse-chorus idea, and then there have been some songs where we'll come in and it's like, their part may be completely written, and it's like, hey, everyone just throw a part to this, and usually it works really well because if something's not liked, someone always can throw something and fix it. Don't give up, regardless, starting out, your voice is going to grow. You have to know your limits. Don't push your voice too hard. Focus on, if you want to focus on being catchy. The point is, you listen to most radio songs out there, there's at least one lyrical melody or lyric that catches you that sticks in your head. And the point is, as a vocalist, to, like I said, sing. You want to sing in tune, and you also want to make sure that the things you're saying mean something to somebody. Make sure it means something to you too. And that's the point. I would say just take care of your voice is the main thing as a vocalist. Whether it's you warm up before you play, or sing within your range. Don't try and that destroys your voice. So I would say just keep trying to develop. Warm up to a piano. It's amazing how many octaves you can get from that, and always continue writing. Whether it's poetry or a book or a script, it helps your brain grow so much. And don't be afraid to read a book or something, because that definitely grows for a creative mindset. I haven't had any vocal lessons, no. I did do like the choir, and that really does help train you. We do a lot of like the teacher I had. I went to Farmington High School. Miss Bauke was my teacher, a choir teacher, and she was really good about. They have this thing called perfect pitch, which is exactly that, where someone can say sing a D, and a person can just have that note in their head and they can sing it. She was really good about trying to train our ear to listen for when we were flat or when we were sharp or when we were perfectly on pitch, stuff like that. And I think that's, if I got any training, it's definitely through that area. A lot of things I was self-taught, which just was like sitting behind a piano and just going, sing it, singing back and forth just to make sure that you can match note. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely like to do this full-time as a career. Like, we already, I mean, I say do it full-time, but we already do, I guess, do it full-time. I would just say to where we could play shows and fill out places, whether it's stadiums, more venues, see the world a little bit. Like, I think that's the one good thing, one amazing thing about being in a band is that there's so much, you meet so many cool people, you see so many cool things. That's definitely something I'd like to see more of. Money, obviously, more money is always a plus when it comes to playing music. Definitely just be able to do this the rest of my life and know that like I don't have to worry about, any other bills. Bills are taken care of because I'm doing this. Even if it's minimum wage, like where I'm doing this on $10,000 a year, just the fact that I could pay every bill and do this the rest of my life and know that everything's gonna be okay would make me super happy. And to continuously have fun, you have to have fun. So that's what I would say.